There she is. Miss Banjo-Kazooie. Oh no, I hate clicking out of this thing because it's always a whole journey. But hopefully this is gonna be fine. It's right side up. It's working. Look at her. Look at her go. That was such a journey when the game was just fully upside down. I really don't understand how this game, how anything works, really. It's so silly. Here we are. She's doing amazing, sweetie. She is. Attempts are being made, you know? That's all one can only really ask for, truly. So we have to make our way towards the... Oh, I forget. Towards the tippity top of this. Because I don't even remember... I vaguely remember what we were up to. I vaguely do. Because I know we were up to some shenanigans. And I think I ended up like... I feel like at the end of most of these streams, I end up rage quitting. And it's not even meant to be a rage quit situation. I literally just quit. Like, it's usually at a time where I need to quit anyway. I need to go. So it's usually not due to the game being cursed. It's usually due to, you know, I just want to quit that day. Oh, what is this? Did I come from this place? Oh, I haven't been here before. You've activated a magic cauldron. Find two the same color to create a shortcut. Ooh. Come on, shortcut. I didn't know of this, girly. Hey, I call it a good day if I'm right side up too, so I understand. Spin. That's funny. The cauldron boy is cursed. A lot of things in this game are very, very, very cursed. I will say the game is adorable, but there's a lot of cursed elements to it. There's definitely a lot of cursed energy in it. A lot of cursed energy. Can I go in here? I always forget what stuff does in this game. Like, have I been here? Have I done this? Like, I always forget. I never remember anything. Which is usually the beginning of my highlights too. It's like me trying to remember what I did last week. Oh, there's the other cauldron boy. Hi. Oh, but you're not of the same color, I don't think. Well, that's upsetting. Okay, what an interesting journey. What is even the reason of me being here? There's like nothing going on in this part of the world. Okay. What an interesting choice. What an interesting little corner here today, on this day. I think down there leads to the water level. Yeah, to the beachy level. It's interesting because I haven't fought the crab girly. I'm basically just getting like the puzzle pieces, but I don't think I'm beating technically the bosses. Like I remember beating the monkey from the first level, but I don't think I've done any other bosses unless I'm completely mistaken. So that's interesting too. But I definitely want to make my way towards the tippity top. You want to be on top? You want to be on top? Okay, I think this leads to another situation that I've already been in. It's definitely your fault. I say girly all the time now. I love that. Salad said that he says not this all the time because of me. And now you're saying that you say girly all the time because of me. And I love that. I love that. My impact. An influencer. Have I been down there? No, but it's super normal for us to do that. A long time ago, I actually would say a lot of, like, whenever I watch a stream and I eventually start saying stuff that I like about that streamer, or like, you know, phrases that they say that kind of resonate with me or I think are funny, and I end up saying them myself. And there was this one time this girly told me like, oh, like, without wanting to say that you're copying me, but like, I notice you say a lot of my like catchphrases kind of thing. Like, they didn't say it like that, but that was essentially the essence of what they were saying. And they were like, you know, it's cool and all, but it's also, you know, it's best for you to come up with your own stuff, you know, so that your community can also have, you know, their own things to reference, which is not a terrible thing to say. You know, it's understandable. This person was, you know, was being paid to give me advice. So, you know, I could see how they could see that as a thing, but I don't know. Imagine gatekeeping actual language. Right. I mean, this was the same person that said that my channel presented as too gay, to the point where I would only attract a queer audience, and ideally, if I wanted to grow, I would want to attract a wider audience. So, you know, now in hindsight, it adds up, but in hindsight, it adds up, but you know. Right. If you hang out with someone a lot of their mannerisms, and I tried to explain to them, like, English is not my first language, so sometimes I get attached to like certain sayings that people say. I end up like mimicking them just like on my own. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really come from a place of like I want to copy that person necessarily, but it comes from a place of like, oh, I really like that, oh, or like, oh, that was really funny, and I just say it. You know what I mean? Because obviously when you're learning a new language, not that I feel like I learn every day, right? But when you speak a language that's not a language that you were born speaking, I feel like you're always learning like new slang and new terms and new things what the people are saying. So I don't think it's a wild thing, but I remember telling them that. I was like, you know. But you know, needless to say, me and that person don't really interact anymore. Needless to say, we don't really interact anymore. Or at all. Oh? Wait, can I break through this? Wait. I can't. I said oop and not this first, and I'm charging everyone who says those phrases $100,000 each. Talk to my lawyers. Dextralicious. Get that coin. Get the coin, girly. Next time you say girly, it's on site. How are you, Dex? Hi, Callie. How are you? I just heard that you are not a native English speaker. Your English is so good. Thank you so much. It's a lot of speaking it for a lot of hours since like 2013? 2014? You went to bed early and you're still tired? Oh, not that. Oh no. Not that, Dex. Hello. Hope you're doing well, Callie. I hate that. When you try to be a responsible girly, and then next thing you know what, y'all? I do feel bad sometimes about my overusage of girly, because it doesn't read as inclusive. Because I stopped saying guys. I stopped saying like, hi guys, whatever, guys, and all that. And I started saying girly, and next thing I know, I'm like, I replaced girly. I replaced guys with girly. And it just doesn't read as inclusive as I would like it to be. I can start saying theydies. Instead of saying ladies, I can start saying theydies. I don't know if the captions will pick up on that, but you know. I've seen people say theydies and gentle them as a more inclusive term. I kind of live for that. Ladies. I think I can try to get the boots and get in there, because there's a hole in there. Hey, I don't know how to say this without giggling, because, you know, there was an entire portion on Resident Evil. As I was editing it last night, there was this whole part about plugs, because they were like electrical plugs or something like that, and my immature ass kept like giggling. I kept being like, oh, the plugs. Oh, so many plugs. Oh, I need to find the plug to put in the hole. It was very, very that. Ruby. What? Don't judge me. It happens. Y'all were there for it. Y'all were watching. I'm just saying. It was a journey. There's a lot of innuendos when I play that game. Looking back, there's a lot of innuendos. Oh, was that all? I thought there was gonna be something in there, like a tunnel or something. Well, that's upsetting. I love that though. It's a journey for sure. I've done all of this already. I'm just kind of like equal parts backtracking, equal parts trying to figure out what to do next. And we love to see it. We love to see it. So there's that. My brain is empty. Did y'all get any Black Friday deals? Are y'all considering getting any Black Friday deals? What's the situation? What's the situation, y'all? Are y'all hovering over the buy button or adding stuff to the cart? I have a Christmas gift. I don't think it's discounted though. I am gonna have to check on it again because I'm not sure if it's I don't know if I added it because I was waiting for a discount, or I added because it was already discounted. The other night you had me dying with me being like, I lived through this traumatic fire experience, and you're just like, oh, the plugs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, after the fact, we were just happy to laugh about it, you know what I mean? And make jokes about it. Oh my god. For people who don't know, Spin did a soap stream the other day. And in a wild turn of events, he was doing a coffee-infused soap. He was making one. And I guess the coffee didn't like cool down enough, and a chemical reaction occurred to the point where like a minor explosion took place. His desk is ruined. There was like an electrical fire and everything. Thankfully, Spin is okay. And we can laugh about it now, but at the time we were all so concerned about the entire situation. We were like, my biggest fear was like, I used a sound command on his stream, and I was like, oh no, I hope it wasn't like, I hope I didn't scare him with my sound command and it made him like spill something or pour something, like, I don't know, if you needed to pour it like slowly and I just scared you and you poured it quicker or something, because the explosion literally happened when like the second the sound effect went through. Later I learned that Spin didn't actually have the headphones in, so he couldn't hear the sound effects even if someone wanted to scare him, which was not the intention at all. I just wanted to make an entrance. But it didn't happen like that. I wonder if I can use these bees for anything. Like if I can attract them to something as like a puzzle kind of experience. The gag that ended it all. Not that. Not that. 350. I'm so fucking close. No, but I was really scared. I was like, oh my god, I hope he didn't burn himself. I hope, like, it didn't explode on his face or something. I was, like, so concerned. And, like, we heard, like, the sparks and everything in the background. So I was like, oh my god, I hope he didn't get electrocuted. Like, I was so scared for, like, all the different reasons. But I'm glad you're okay. And we can laugh about it now. And now we can make and now I had the time to make a Chromatica 2 into 911. What was the sparks noise at the end? I just watched. It was basically like electrical fire. Basically, like it overflowed, so the plugs and everything under the desk just kind of like, you know, water and electrocution. Sorry for off topic, but I'm talking right now with my partner from the US, consequently, about your English, and damn, it's so good. My English will not be that good after just 6 years talking. That's not true. Oh my god, hi. That's not true. Hi, Shane. My thing is, I don't know what happened, but I think in English. I journal in English. Like, my thoughts happen in English. So I don't know what it is. Like, I watch a lot of, like, content in English. I'm a lot in, like, voice calls with people who speak English. So if only I was more in voice calls with people from, like, the UK or something, I could have maybe inherited a cuter accent. If only. Your grammar is not that good. Mine wasn't either. You just have to keep going. The thing that I'm proudest of myself for was not quitting, because I wanted to quit so many times. I used to be so nervous before, like, a voice chat or anything like that, because I was like, oh my god, everybody's gonna judge me. My English is so bad. And oftentimes your English is not as bad as you think it is. And you just have to keep going, and you have to not stop. And you have to think about the future and be like, okay, I'm only gonna get better. The more that I speak it, the more it's gonna be better. Because my accent, every once in a while, it still pushes through. Every once in a while, I have no idea, like, what I'm saying, or I'm looking for the words to say, or there's even a slight clownery from my streams where, like, a common thing that I say is like, oh, how do you say that? So, yeah. You had to break this barrier. It was really hard for me because I wanted to make jokes as well and be funny, and I'm like, I can't even, like, you know, it was really hard. It was really, really hard for me. Like, I would basically have mental breakdowns every time I was in front of the camera. I would block, I would get nervous, I would get overwhelmed. Like, it was really bad. It was really, really bad. And I'm so proud of myself that I never stopped. Because now, like, not that it's a goal, like, it was, I don't think it was, I think maybe at first I was like, oh my god, I wish I didn't have an accent at all. But I don't think it was a goal for me to not have an accent. I think people enjoy that too. Don't think you can use these until you found out how. Okay. Fuck you too. I don't know if you can, Passion. I always forget that too. Yeah, that's why the stream also went down too. My computer was hooked up to that power strip under the table, so everything went. Yeah, but I'm using English only for a year. Yeah. Have to break this barrier. Yeah, it's really hard. It's the hardest part is to keep going and to get started. And that first couple years are real. Like, the first year is really, really hard. That's the thing, Callie. People never, like, at least good people, they will not make fun of you. Like, they will poke at you sometimes and they will be like, oh, that's not how you say it. Oh my god. But, I remember one time I was trying to talk about, like, a winner of a competition. And I said a wiener because my accent came through. And that was something that I got clowned over. But, you know, it's hard sometimes to get over that. Certain things, like, people say it to, it's like they kind of make fun of you for those things, but it's usually not that deep. They usually don't mean it in a terrible way. And if anybody ever gives you shit, if any annoying American, I know, it's usually an annoying American that does this, but if an annoying American tries to give you shit, you ask them what other languages they can speak. And they will usually say, oh, you know, I speak English only. So, I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that. Like, when people try to be assholes about it, I'm like, what other languages do you speak again? And they're like, oh, you know, I don't. I'm like, interesting. Very interesting. Your Hillary Duff sound file worked. Oh no. What did you do? I'll watch that later. You can put it on the Discord if you don't mind. You never encountered that? People were always friendly to me. Yeah, usually people are. Usually people are super sweet about it. I've noticed a lot too that people are like, oh, I'm a native English speaker, and even I sometimes have no idea what to say, or even I have issues with it. Like, trust me, that was a thing that kind of, okay, one thing is, like, people like accents, so if you, like, don't worry about it, you know what I mean? Like, if you have an accent, people think it's cute. Another thing is that usually people will say, like, oh, my English is, like, not even that good, and it's the only language that I speak. So usually people are fine about it, but every once in a while there are assholes. But I found that my experience has been more positive than negative when it comes to that. One thing that used to get me was, like, the troll usernames, because, like, I didn't know that there's like a combination of names that sounds like racist, like a slur, and I didn't know that because obviously, like, I didn't know because English is not my first language, so like, I knew of the bad word, but I didn't know that, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't, like, I've learned how to read in my head before I read it out loud, because sometimes the usernames will get you. I was so upset. There was one time where someone tricked me with a username, and it only clicked for me, like, later. I was like, oh, that was a bad word. I think I deleted that VOD and everything. I was so upset. When I was talking to my Aussie friend, he said that we Canadians, the letter E. Wait, that we Canadians, we use it, like, hard? I'm not following. I'm sorry. I don't get what you're trying to say. You have to do the same. Yeah, because sometimes you're just like, hi, insert username here, and sometimes, like, an English speaker will be able to detect that, oh, that's a bad thing. But sometimes we're in the moment and we're just trying to pronounce that person's name, and next thing you know, you're like, oh, that's a bad word. Like, a really bad word. Stop. Smallsy's 1,000 follower was a user named Virchina. I love that. Emphasize the E, like that's... Huh. I've never noticed that. I usually notice when people try to say story and stuff along those lines. I'm like, oh yeah, they're a Canadian. I forgot. With Spin, I can hear his accent when he tries to say island. He says island. I'm like, country boy. In my head. In my head, I say that. With the utmost respect. Utmost respect? What about my accent? Oh, your accent is just terrible. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, your accent, you hear it all in all words that you say. And I love it. I love your accent. I adore like UK accents, Australian accent. I adore all of those. And they're all so different too, like Jade from Little Mix. I love her accent. All the girlies from Little Mix. I think Jade and Perry have a similar accent because I think they're from the same area, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking of bad words, unbanned requests are so funny and unnecessary. I received one. It was just them calling me a slur. Yeah. I think you can turn that off now. I think that's a thing that you can turn off now. Callie, thank you so much for the subscription. Oh my god. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Can I please get a ton of hype in the chat? Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Enjoy your emotes. Enjoy your ad-free experience here. And enjoy your time here. I'm thinking of adding like the Patreon perks. I'm thinking of adding them on the sub-only chat too. Cause your sub is equivalent to a tier 1 on Patreon. So I'm thinking of like the early like videos and stuff like that. I'm thinking of starting to put that on like on Patreon and in the sub-only chat. Cause it's essentially a similar amount of money that I get anyway. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I always enjoy my time here. Oh, thank you. Your impression of me saying island sent me island. Like, I never hear an accent with you. From you. But when you say island, like the other day you were talking about Animal Crossing and you said island, I was like, there it is. Yeah, because of Animal Crossing. It is, yeah. You were like, my island. It just slipped through. Yeah, Dex, you can turn it off now. I need to do that myself to turn off the unban requests, because I've seen multiple cases where people just like they use that to continue to send slurs. So it's usually not a cute experience. Y'all, I'm stuck. I need more like music notes, but I'm annoyed. I am annoyed. I was gonna say annoying, but I'm annoyed. Okay, what words that I say make it so that my accent pops out? Because usually, like, I don't think it's a brag. A lot of people don't think that I'm not an English. Like, a lot of people think that I'm an English native speaker. But how do y'all like hear my accent jump through? Hi Lotus, how are you? So lovely to see you. Happy post-Thanksgiving. I hope you're well. Y'all need to follow Lotus, a lovely teammate of mine on Team Rainbow Arcade. My I sounds? I think you can only hear a very little of your accent if you're really looking for it. I'm good, just woke up, of course. Yes. Lovely to see you, as per usual. Always lovely to see you. I have a hard time sometimes with the T sounds, like going from a TH sound to a full T sound sometimes is annoying to me. So let me think of an example. Like trying to say, like for example, the tree. If I ever happen to have to say like the tree that whatever, like, you know, if having to go between the TH sound and the full T sound sometimes is a little challenging because we don't have the TH sound in Portuguese. The R is also difficult to me because I'm used to saying like it's hard to explain, like the full R. Like I don't roll my tongue back when I say R in Portuguese. We usually say like, for example, Ruby versus Ruby, right? So like it's an exercise for me to say words that have R's in it. Sometimes it is difficult, and you probably notice that sometimes too, because the R sound is very different in English versus Portuguese. Being from a Latina area, all the Romance languages giveaway are the S sounds. Oh, that's true. S, C, H. Yeah. Ooh, not me farting an egg. Yeah. I can't really pinpoint any specific words though. The word words is really hard for me. Sometimes when I'm singing certain songs, like there's certain combinations of words that trip me over, I've noticed. I've noticed that to be kind of an issue. Well, it's not an issue. Like, I don't care that my accent, like, jumps through. You know what I mean? Like, I don't find it to be an issue. I used to be very annoyed at it. Not because I was ashamed of my accent or anything. To be honest, I don't even know. Like, looking back, I think I just wanted my English to be good, and I saw that like sometimes an accent pushing through was like I'm not pronouncing it right. So I was very hard on myself. Very, very hard on myself. English native speakers are too shamey, as if they can't understand. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Lotus, actually. Like, most of my experience have been people telling me like, oh, don't worry, I'm a native English speaker and I can barely speak English, so don't even worry about it. But the people that are judgy or shamey, they are the ones that kind of stick to you. And like long term too, like still to this day, I have like a complex by having like when saying like iron, for example. Because I used to say iron, and people would give me a hard time for it as a joke a lot of the time, and like as it wasn't like supposed to be like a big deal. They were just like poking fun at me, but it was one of those things that kind of stuck with me, and I would never like, you know, be like, oh, those people were terrible for doing that. But when you're already like overthinking it, and when you're already like concerned about it, it really doesn't help, does it? When people kind of point out certain things, it makes you even more insecure. It's true, us native speakers make mistakes all the time. It is, yeah, that is very true. And it's normal. Hi, Chalora. How are you? Lovely to see you. Did I hear pointing out insecurities? Like the big notch in my nose? What is a notch? What is that? Is that like a pimple? A little dip? Like the notch of a tree, like those circly bits? Oh. I've never noticed anything like quote unquote wrong with your nose. I think you're pretty. Not that I don't think you're saying that you're ugly, but you know. We always notice certain like shit about ourselves though. Like there's always something that we call out about ourselves that nobody else absolutely looks at even. How is Bantu and Kazooie? Kazooie, not Kazooie. I'm doing a bit of backtracking, Chalora, because I need to collect more music notes. So, you know, it's not a fun part of the game. Kazooie, I'm screaming. Time for a nap. Sounds good, Callie. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you again for the sub. Thank you so much for stopping by, for sharing your experiences, being a non-English speaker, a non-native English speaker streamer. God, that was a difficult sentence. I don't know if you've seen Night in the Woods, but the main character, May, has a notch in... Oh, I haven't. I haven't played that. Anyway, here's the Kazooie. I cannot with you. The fucking Kazooie. I can't even see where I'm going. Show Kazooie streamer. Not that. Oh my god. How many bits for Kazooie? Not this. It's like how nobody ever noticed my chin is lopsided. Oh my god. Shane. I have 10. Not this. Kazooie tip goal? Anyone? Subscribers get Kazooie pics. So, Chalora. Hi. Hold on. Chalora said, Ruby, let's do an ASMR moment. And so here I am for the next minute. Let me talk about my huge Kazooie. My Kazooie brings all the boys to the yard. My Kazooie is orange and yellow. That's the colors of Kazooie. Orange and yellow. A very vibrant Kazooie. She's here to say hi to you. And she's here to change your mind and change your relationship with the color orange. Because it's been ruined for the last 4 years. So the vibrant Kazooie is here to tell you that orange is beautiful. And it doesn't have to be defined by an expired Cheeto in the White House. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk. I hate it here. I hate it here. Spin, thank you so much for the biddies. I really appreciate. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are so sweet to me and my Kazooie. More bits for the Kazooie. Why do I like it even more here now? Listen, the cursed energy, you know? I feel like when people have similar energies, we attract more of the same. So, you know, the cursed energy just attracts more cursedness. Oh, that was upsetting. Oh, not this. I'm gonna die. Tell me why Ruin is going to be... Wait, tell me why Ruin is going to go live at exactly 2:37. Wait, what? Why? That's a great question that you can ask him. She's a specific diva, I guess. Right. Right. That's an interesting time frame. That's an interesting time. Listen. I started my stream today at a weird time too, because I was late to my own stream. So, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. I asked and he just recites 2:37. Ruin has their schedule very packed and the times must be very specific to make all the things fit. Oh, all the things fit. Oh. Everything is so crammed. He needs to make them fit. Oh. Sorry. Anyway. Oh my god. Oh, fitting all the things. By the way, Spin making that, Spin impersonating me on Discord I was cackling. I was cackling. We loved to hear it. We did. I was so happy. Cause I always read certain messages in like y'all's voices. Like when Dex types Ruby ... I always hear it in his voice like Ruby. That's not at all how he speaks. But I always hear it in that tone, like Ruby. I hate it here. What is that mug? It's a character from BTS. His name is Mang, and he was created by J-Hope from BTS. He's a curious horse. Yeah, I have a Funko Pop of him too. He's a little cutie. He has the trans colors too, so we love to see it. Yeah, he's adorable. Like, I know it might sound biased because I adore BTS as a group, but all their little like mascots that they created are so cute. No, they're a K-pop band. They're a K-pop band, but they had a collaboration with, like, I don't know if it was a phone company or something, and they created like these like little like characters. Each of them created a little character, and it was basically, I think it started as like little emojis that people could use in an app, and then it evolved into like them having their own action figures, them having their own like merch. It's like a whole thing now. They have like a little video game of it. Like, it's a whole thing. As opposed to BMs. Wait, are you talking about BM, the K-pop idol, or are you talking about something else? Anything trans colors, I'm just automatically like, oh my god, it's trans. Right. Why is everything an acronym? No, I thought you were saying BMs as in like BMs like something. No, there's a person called BM. I just like to play around with the letters. BM stands for bowel movement. Well. A lot of them are acronyms for the Korean syllables for the full names. I mean, BM is it's an acronym for Big Matthew, because he's a very tall boy. And he's ripped as hell, so it's probably correlated to that too. No, you're not ignorant. You're asking questions. BM is just letting it all out. I mean, I saw him in person. He's taller than me. I'm 5'10", so he's probably like... So he's like taller than me. So he's probably like 6'1" or something. And he raises money for charity. He has a merch line called Big Titty Gang. It started because he's a Korean American idol. So he's usually not as like soft spoken as the other like K-pop idols. And he started talking about titties, like male titties. He's like he was basically like, he was saying something along the lines of like going to the gym, and he was working on his titties because he wanted to have bigger titties. And then people started asking him about other idols that had big titties. And next thing you know, like, he's known in the industry, not in the industry, but he's known online in Stan Twitter as the Big Titty Man. So he started a merch line, and like some of the proceeds for it go towards breast cancer awareness. So he turned it around, girlies. He turned it around. We have the cock destroyers and the big titty gang. Right. Let me get a big titty gang shirt. Right. And a female idol, a female K-pop idol asked him, like, can I join the big titty gang even though I have small titties? And he's like, all titties are welcome in the big titty gang. Also, he posts a lot of thirst traps, so if you need, you know, so if you need someone to inspire you and also that is hot, there's that. No, but he's a part of a co-ed K-pop group and called Card. And I really like their concept because it's like, you know, it's kind of, their dances usually are very gender neutral. And it's cool to see, like, you know, a group that's not just one gender, right? I really like to see like a co-ed group exist. I see so many and I'm like, wow, she's so hot. Am I not really gay? And then I see BM and I'm like, oh no, never mind. Right. Right, exactly. Isn't there like a new co-ed group? I'm pretty sure I heard something about a new co-ed group, but I haven't checked them out. Is it Checkmate? I don't know. I literally don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be shady. Not this. This fucking turtle is trolling me. It might be Checkmate. They came out with a couple months ago and their song was really good. Oh, that's cool to hear. Oh no, not this. I would love to put together like a music group. I would be the lead singer. No, I'm just kidding. No, I would love to put together like a music group. I've talked to this with y'all before. Like, I would love to do something like that. Because a lot of times, like, this might be weird, but a friend of mine told me that she does the same. A lot of times when I'm listening to a song, I pick a part of the song and then I pretend as if like the artist is like a group member of mine and they're singing their part and I'm singing my part. It's so silly. But you know, sometimes when you listen to a song, especially if it's by a group, like not all parts are gonna fit your voice type. So sometimes I'm like, I pretend that I'm like, ooh, I would totally take this part, and then I would have someone do that other part, and then it's a whole thing. I feel that for you. I try, regardless of if it fits me or not. Okay, yes. Yes. That's also something that I do regularly. My poor neighbors can probably attest to it. I see my poor neighbors, but sometimes they're rotted. Like, sometimes I will wake up to drilling, yelling, burping. To be fair, I'm no one to talk about someone else burping, but... You woke up yourself because of how loud you were singing in a dream. Stop. Stop. Not that. My mom has woken herself up before because like of how loud she was snoring. And I thought that's where your message was gonna go. And then you said singing, and I love that. I love that journey for you. Ariana's part in Rain on Me was not made for your voice, but it doesn't stop you from dream attempting you. Right. I had the weirdest dream. Oh no. I have very weird dreams. Like sometimes very weird dreams. Tell us about your dreams. Most of them are not TOS friendly, let's just say that. I think the quarantine is getting to me. She's been getting to me, y'all. No, like a lot of times I just, like, in my dream, the canon is that I have a boyfriend, for example, right? And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting concept. Follow your dreams, right? I'm not gonna lie, I also forgot about that for a second. And I was like, what is Chalora referencing? I'm confusion. And then I remembered that you said that about the dream spin attempting Ariana's part. A video that isn't released. What do you mean? Like you've had a dream like that? You went to the store with your sister, and then next thing I know, I'm flying a helicopter trying to access locations that have different pictures accessible. I don't understand that either. And then the helicopter was struggling to stay in the air, so I landed in a parking lot and was trying to fly with a magical tennis racket. I'm yelling. Oh, yeah. I just got it, Chalora. I just got it. Y'all, I will say this, Just Gaming Things, there's a video that is gonna come your way soon, TM. And it's so funny. Chalora has been editing it, and we watched like a rough cut of it, and we were like yelling. It's so funny. So y'all need to watch that when it comes out on our YouTube. No, Chalora, please, you don't have to like justify yourself at all. Just Gaming Things is just a side project for all of us, so don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it, to be honest. Like, we're just happy that someone took it upon themselves to edit. Because I was gonna do it, and I got so overwhelmed that I was like, I can't do it, and I was having like a meltdown about it, and then Chalora was like, I'll do it, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. Dex was playing GTA with mods, right? Maybe it is the Watchdog syndrome. Maybe it is. I've had weird dreams where like I was friends with like someone in BTS. Like it was canon in my dream that I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna meet with so and so, and then next thing you know, like it's canon that they're like a singer, and then next thing you know, you're at a BTS concert and you're like, you know what I mean? Like it's a weird thing where like it's it's almost like it's not fully revealed, like, oh, I'm gonna go out with my friend, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, my friend is someone that is a singer, and then, oh yeah, my friend is in this group, oh yeah, you know what I mean? It's so weird. You've got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, absolutely. Please don't feel bad about it. Which I know you will anyway, because that's just how the brain works. You're like, don't feel bad about it, and what do? Feel bad about it. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I just remembered. I want to break that egg again. And then I want to turn into the frog. So that I can gather all the things. I get so turned around in this level. It's too fucking much. I feel like sometimes your brain wants to play out a scenario and just cast random people that you know or random celebrities. Right. Yeah, I think so too. It's so weird. Okay, it's not weird, it's just interesting. It's a little production for sure. A little brain production. Y'all, this fucking game. Let me check my totals. I don't even know what my record is for this level. 76 out of 100. Okay. I have 46 right now, just for reference. I have to break my 76 record. I'll have dreams with old friends from high school in them. Right, yeah, that's my thing too, Spin. Like, my dreams will have like random people from work, people from high school, people from middle school, people from like all these different chapters of my life. I don't really have dreams with people that I haven't met in person though. Like, I don't have dreams about like y'all. I don't think I have, anyway. But like celebrities, I haven't met them in person either, so I don't know what's up with that. Oh, I hate this. Can I like reach that? I can probably jump into the pole and climb it or something. There you go. That's a way for me to avoid drama. Can't remember having dreams about Twitch friends either. Yeah, I don't think I have. I don't think y'all have ever gotten cast in one of my little productions. I don't think so either. I don't think that has happened to me yet. You have? Have you really, Passion? Was it like, did you have like a sexy dream with the streamer? Or was it like a random dream where... Sexy X dream? Not sexy X. XCX. Yeah, I was saying it right. I fucking can't with you. I don't think I have. Like, I have a lot of crushes on people. Like, a lot. An excessive amount, if you ask me. Not that I can control, you know, who I crush on, but... Where the fuck is that egg? I don't even know where the other girlie is either. The girlie that can turn me into a frog. I get so fucking turned around in this game. In every game, really. I'll definitely let you know if I do, though. If I remember, I will let y'all know. Because that's the thing with dreams sometimes. Like, you wake up and you're like, who was that in my dream? Like, I'm trying to remember who it was, but I can't remember. That happens to me a lot. Like, I dream about something and I'm like, who was that supposed to be? And I don't remember. Like, I feel like if you don't write it down immediately, it's over. Like, you start forgetting things as your day goes by, and next thing you know, it's like, it's over. I used to be really good at it. Have y'all ever had that moment when you're like having a dream and then you go back to sleep and then the dream continues? That rarely happens to me, but when it does... Okay, I found the egg. But now I don't know where the other where the girlie is that turns me into a frog. So there's that. That happens to you. It doesn't I wish it happened to me more often. It really doesn't. Yeah, it's usually a product of lucid dreaming. Yeah, and then when you go back, it's a lucid dream. Because you know it's a dream, right? I actually accidentally lucid dream quite often. Like, I do it not all the time, but I do it very often. Like, on accident. I don't try to, like, provoke it or anything. I know there's people who, like, try certain methods and stuff to start lucid dreaming. I accidentally do it all the time. Okay, where's the girlie that can turn me into a frog? I'm so close to breaking my record, I swear. If something fucks me up, I'm quitting the game. I've been disappointed sometimes with stuff like that too, though. Like when you're like, oh my god, let me go back to sleep so I can continue that dream, and then it doesn't happen. And then it doesn't happen at all. And you're like, oh. That's upsetting. Surely that has happened to y'all. I broke the record. For people who don't know, lucid dreaming is when you control the dream. It's like you gain this weird awareness mid-dream that you're like, oh, this is a dream. And then suddenly you can control everything that happens. Like, as it's happening, you're like, okay, and then this happens, and then that happens. It's an interesting experience. For sure. Sometimes you're doing it and you're not aware that you're doing it. That happened to me too. I was like, oh, I was like, when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I was like low-key controlling the dream, wasn't I? I feel like you're low-key controlling the dream because it is your brain. that is coming up with all these things. But sometimes you gain awareness that you're controlling it, and you're like, oh wait, this is not a day. Like, this is a dream. And you basically abuse your power. And you basically just, you know, now I want to fly. You usually use it to get out of nightmares. Ooh, that's nice. Where the fuck is this person that can turn me into a frog? I am so confused. I'm going everywhere, girlies. And I cannot find this skull thingy for the life of me. Mumbo is at the end of the maze. Oh, wait. Where is the maze? I get so lost in this. Behind the giant crocodile. Okay, thank you. You're right. I just remembered. Thank you. Thank you, Gander. I really appreciate that. I did it. And I've been here before too. Because I've already collected all the music notes. Yeah, thank you, Gander. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that. Honestly, if I wasn't streaming, I probably would have already gotten everything. But you know, you're streaming and you're trying to keep track of all the conversations and you're trying to come up with other stuff to talk about. It's a whole thing. I noticed that sometimes I'm much more focused when I'm not streaming. Or things are way more obvious to me when I'm not streaming and I'm like, oh duh. Because like I'm paying attention. Turn me into a frog, baby. Oh, not a frog. I'm like a crocodile. Look at me. I'm a crocodile. Are there any benefits of me turning into the Wait, no. I have to turn back before I leave the level, right? Mario 64 is so much easier when I'm not streaming it. Yeah, because you're like, when you're streaming, you're like, it's a whole thing. And it's easier to get caught up in like what chat is saying and what you're saying, and then you're trying to think of things to say yourself. It's like a whole process, really. But it's also fun to show the process of streaming it. So, you know, you may make a little bit of a fool out of yourself sometimes. But it's worth it, because at least you get your experience recorded. That time I was looking at chat and everybody clowned me. Right. Exactly. It's such a journey. I love it though. I love streaming. I really do. And now that I started like, when you just jumped off. I love that. Like, I love streaming a lot. Like, now that I'm not streaming every day or very often, I value it even more now. Because now I get excited, like, oh, it's a streaming day tomorrow. You know what I mean? I feel like you may start taking it for granted when you stream super often. Thank you so much for following. Oh, why can I not see who followed? on my activity feed. Well, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the queerdom. This is a place where you can be a king, a queen, and everything in between. I hope you have a good time. Enjoy your stay. And hope you enjoy the clownery. Excuse me for paying attention to y'all. Beard Princess, yes, welcome aboard. Thank you. Thank you for following. Princess for me. There you go. Ooh. I think I'm close to the location of I think I'm close to the location of the egg, but I'm trying to remember. They're from the Queer Gaming Lounge. Welcome aboard. Hope you have a good time here. It's lovely to see you. Sorry, I'm confusion when I play this game. I'm just trying to process what I'm looking at. And everything happening on and off screen. God, where was it? I can remember vaguely like how I got there, but for some reason I just like can't get there right now. What happens when I collect all these like Power Ranger girlies? Does anything happen? Well, maybe so. Okay, hold on. I can do it. I got this. I think I found it. There you go. This is what happens when a level looks the exact same all around. So you're just like, I can't recognize the difference between the trees. So wait, it's not working. Wait, I thought this was gonna be how I break the egg, because nothing else was working. I feel so betrayed and attacked. How else am I supposed to do it? Do I need an ability from like a future level or something? Like, why? I thought this was gonna work. I'm so disappointed. It's not working. That's so upsetting. That's so upsetting. Not this egg betrayal, right? I feel personally attacked. I don't want to talk to anyone.
That's so upsetting.
Thank you so much, Spin. Thank you so much. Thank you for understanding my pain and portraying it within a sound command. I really appreciate that. If I leave the level right now, am I a little crocodile in the overworld? Or do I turn back into Banjo? I think I become a little crocodile, right? Because I think that's what happened when I left and I was an ant before. And there's probably a benefit for me to do so, but you know. But I don't really care about it. Not me entering this crocodile. Not me entering through the nostril. Not this. Well. What a lovely... Hello. Oh my god, I thought he was gonna attack me. I'm Mr. Vile, greediest croc of all. Play my game to win a prize. Press A to accept or B to chicken out. I accept. Game is simple. Eat more red yumblies than me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, where are the red girlies? Come here, girlies. Oh my god, please. I'm either gonna like win barely or I'm just gonna lose straight up. Please, I'm winning. Ooh, I snatched that away from him. That was ruthless, girlies. That was ruthless. I just like swooped in there and I was like, nope, this is mine. Oh my god. Oh my god, please. Please. Oh no, he's winning. Oh no, karma's getting me, girlies. Oh, we tied. Well, shit. I was so close to winning. Weedy Croc loses. Me bite Greenie to make him learn. No! What do you mean? We tied. Want to try again, Greenie? I'm gonna play. We play easy game again first. Ready? Go. I hate it here. I hate it here. The way I just undercut him. Girlies. I better fucking win this time. That's all I'm gonna say. Not this. No, he's getting close to catching up to me. I'm like slipping and sliding, y'all. Oh, not this. Oh no, he's like winning again. Oh, I barely won that one. Oh, you only win easy game. Now we play harder game. Eat reds, avoid yellow grumblies. They not ripe. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. This better be a fucking great prize. I think it's gonna be like a puzzle piece or something. Surely it's not gonna be. I hope I learn like those like red shoes or something. I hope that's how I get them. Ooh, not that. Nope. Where are they? Gimme. Gimme. Ooh. Oh my god. Not this. He's winning! Oh no, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. No, he's winning! Not this. Not this. Fuck. Oh, not this. Mr. Vile wins easy. Here I come, Greenie. Oh, not this. No, please. No. No. Please tell me that carried over. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. I think that carried over. I think I should have enough to unlock that other area. Oh, did I accidentally save and quit? Oh, no. No, I did it right. Okay, now I have enough to proceed. Okay, that's all I care about. Oh, no, I'm a little crocodile, though. No. Wait, let me turn back. Oh, no, let me turn back. Oh, girlies. This is a journey and a half. Okay, at least I have enough music thingies to proceed to the next level. I think. Oh my god. That was stressful. It is really cute. The little crocodile is adorable. I will give him that. You know what? I'm gonna try again. Since I already got all the things that I need, I'm gonna try this again and see if I can succeed. Because I'm a stubborn bitch. I'm a stubborn bitch and I must get it. Oh wait, maybe I need to unlock that in order for me to be able to be faster. Because I can't use those running shoes yet. So maybe I need to unlock that in order for me to be better than him. A pretty decent strategy is like staying close to him so that you can snatch things away from him so that he doesn't get those like victories ahead of you. But it's hard to like be ahead of him too, because you don't know if something is gonna spawn like behind him or something like that. Ooh, swooped out from him. Ooh. Oh, that was so close. No! Oh my god, he almost got me. Because he does lose a little bit of time when you snatch it before him. Oh, that was close, girlies. Okay, now I have to play the harder game. Eat reds, avoid yellows. Got it. Got it. Seven. No. Oh my god. So many yellows. No. Oh, did I get that from him? Oh, not this. Oh, he's like ahead of me now. Girl, this is hard. Kablammy. Ooh. Ooh. Get that? No! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He almost got me on a couple of those. Oh my god. Please, I'm winning. End the game. Cut the cameras. Whew. Oh, that was so close. Lucky Greenie wins. Must play last game. Only eat what is shown at top of the screen. Ready? Wait, what? 3, 2, 1, go. Wait, what? At the top of the screen. Oh, okay. I have to eat the red one. And then it's going to change into yellow at some point. And I'm going to have to eat that. Okay, got it. Oh, no, shit. I missed all of them. I have so many in front of me, and I missed all of them. Okay, red now. Oh no, they disappeared. Oh, that was rude. They like unspawned. Oh no. There's no yellows. Ooh. Hi. Wait. Oh. Did it change? Oh, fuck me. Oh, he's winning. Oh, no. Oh, not this. Oh my god. Ooh, I barely won. Oh my god. Mr. Val never lost before. Greenie can have prize. You must win next 3 games to win 3 extra lives. But each time Greenie loses... No, I don't care. No, I don't want to do this. No. No, I don't care about that. I don't care. I don't care about getting more lives. No. I don't care. Just give me the puzzle piece and I'm out. I gotta... No, I don't want to talk to you again. Oh my god. I didn't even press any buttons. No, please. Leave me alone. Yeah, I know. You're the baddest croc of all. Fuck. That's annoying. Oh my god, he's so annoying. Oh my god. Okay, now I need to turn back into a bear. And live my best banjo life as a bear. I joined back and I heard baddest cock in the world. That is not what I said. That's maybe what you wanted to hear, but it's not what I said. I said baddest croc in the world. But you know, that's an interesting other word that you may have heard. It was certainly not what I said. Not this time at least. Not this time at least. I will say. That does sound like something I would say. Potato Pacaco. Gay. Well. Not this. Not this. Not a Pacaco. Potato Pacaco. I cannot with y'all. Y'all are too much. Turn me back, girly. Okay, now I just want to go back to the level. That's a new one and I love it. I hate it. I hate it here. I hate it here. Oh my god. That's funny. Well, here I am with my obnoxiously long legs. Oh, I should have went the other way. I should have went the other way. Okay, it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. We're doing amazing, sweeties. We're doing wonderful. We're following our dreams. We're doing amazing. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Shit. Wait, which way did I want to go? Oh, I think it was the other way. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no, that was not as long of a jump that I wanted to do. It's okay. This is fine. This is great. This is wonderful. All I want is to go back to the overworld, that's all. Now that I can make some progress, I want to go back. I do find it cute that like every level kind of has a different reiteration or a different thing that you can do. It's like for this one, you can turn into a little crocodile. And you can basically just like, there's like a whole new section when you kind of change it up a little bit. And I find that really cute. How there's like little secret areas and stuff like that in every level. I can really appreciate that. Do I remember how to get back? I don't. And that's gonna be another journey we're gonna have to go through together. And it's okay. This game is all about journeying and all about trying our best. Even when everything seems to... even if the world might be against you. Okay, but seriously, where do I need to go now? I think I have to climb this or something. I'm climbing. I'm climbing, y'all. So, okay, here's what I'm gonna test this week. This weekend, to be specific. This weekend, I'm gonna be testing doing an anime night on Saturday and doing a movie night on Sunday. So that we can have weekly anime nights and weekly movie nights. So that I can watch more of the classics that y'all yell at me for not have watched. Any classics, any cursed content, really. Any of those types of situations. So, oh wait, no, this is not the right one. I know there's one towards the bottom that I think... Oh yeah, I think it's that one. Dex is like, movie night? I did it! New area! We did it. Finally. After 10,000 years. Ooh, a volcano area. Ooh. I hope I have enough puzzle pieces though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I do have enough. Oh wait, that's not how you do it. Ooh, a desert level. Oh, there you go. That's how you open that. Gobi's Valley. There you go. We did it. We unlocked a thing. Oh, why is the camera rotted here? I can't turn the camera. Ah, shit. I'm gonna die. I hate it here. Your partner keeps bothering you to throw out all the stuff that got smoke damage, and I'm like, no, I hate throwing stuff away. Oh, not that. Let me just walk very slowly, because if I fall from here, I'm gonna die. And it's rotted, because I can't turn the... Oh, now I can't turn the camera. Okay. I couldn't 2 seconds ago. Oh wait, there's so many different ways. Oh no, I must explore all the ways. Even though there's a chance of death. We love a valley. We do. You know. Marty, I'm scared. This game was really not made for these like very like specific little areas that are very like dangerous to traverse. Well, maybe I should just be a little bit patient. Oh! The camera turned too much. He wants me to get a new table, and I'm like, it's fine. Oh my god. Hold on, I can do this. Jesus. Oh, I can't fit in here. Hi. I always ignore her because she's mean. She has a loogie bush growing in a pot. Okay, I don't want to hear it. Actually, I don't want to hear it. Is that where I came from? Oh no. Oh, it's gonna be even worse coming back because now the camera is even worse. Not her subconsciously quoting SpongeBob without knowing. Me or the girly? Me? What did I do? What was the quote? Maybe I've been watching it secretly. I haven't. Oh, is that from SpongeBob? That's funny. I didn't know where that was from. I picked it up from Passion. Because she says that often. I didn't know it was from SpongeBob. But yeah, she's very chaotic, so it doesn't surprise me that she likes SpongeBob. It's not surprising to me. Suddenly this is medieval. Maybe it's fashion. Is having a table with burn marks in it fashion? Some kind of fancy person would buy a burnt table and call it artistically art altered. I mean, some people would do it. I mean, listen, if it's purposeful, if you purposefully burn your table to give it a burnt effect, then I can see how that's, you know, artistic. But artistic accidents can also happen, I suppose. Maybe I should sell my burnt table for a profit. Exactly. I'm here for a business moment. Listen. You gotta get your coin in whatever way you need to. Okay, I assume this is a level that I've yet to unlock. So there's that. That's relatable content though, Spin. Because I never like to throw stuff away either. Yeah, you're secretly working with Spin's partner to eliminate the table. That's funny. That's really funny to me. Spin, throw it away. Right. It would be one thing if your partner was like, oh, you know, money is tight right now, we shouldn't be doing it. But if he's the one like encouraging it, I would say go for it. Not y'all collaborating behind my back, right? Woohoo! Well, I think I have to go downstairs in order to go to the sand level. I'm actually excited to start a new level for once. It's been way too long. I hated having to go back to another level. So this time, I'm gonna try to get as much as many like music notes and everything as I can from this one level. I have him buy me a new table for Christmas. Yeah, there you go. That's the thing of being an adult, like you ask for like stuff like that. Like I asked for an electric toothbrush from my parents for Christmas. Like last year I asked for Super Smash Bros because I was like I could make content out of it too. I never streamed that game because I had a couple annoying experiences playing that game, so I was like, not this. So the expectation for it was like, oh, I'm gonna have a cute, I'm gonna have another game to play during community days. What happened was people were joining me, people who were way better than me were joining like outside of the community. And apparently that's a thing that people who play Smash do. Like, and they will go to people's streams just to destroy them, I guess. And I was like, well, so I just started like playing it off stream. Like it's not story mode, but y'all know what I mean. It was a journey. But yeah, like that's a thing that like it's super recommended. Like if you're a streamer, like, and you're starting up, like don't buy stuff, like use whatever you have and then evolve slowly. And then like if people around you want to ask you for like what do you want, like ask them for like little things. Like if you want to, if they have a specific budget, you can be like, hey, here's like a webcam, or here's like a mic that's within that range, or make a little list of things that could help you, right? And if anyone is willing to give it to you, then great. Or games that you want to stream, I wish the PS5, I actually wish every single console had a wish list system like Steam does, where your friends can just buy you games or gift you gift cards like that. I wish that was a thing. Because I love doing that. Like during Christmas, I will go to like a handful of friends or something, and I'll go through the Christmas sale and I'll be like, ooh, let me gift them something off of their wish list that's on sale right now. You know what I mean? Like I love doing stuff like that. But other platforms don't have that, which is fucking annoying. Because sometimes I feel bad. I'm like, oh, I don't want to add this game to my Steam wish list because I don't know if my computer can run it. But if I could add it on my PS4 wish list, then I could get it on there. It's a whole thing. I do have myself a list that I'm trying to all gather without going broke. Yeah. I mean, listen, when it comes to streaming, use what you have. Listen, if your computer can... A thing that like I could do, for example, before, like with my old ass laptop, I would play retro games. Like my old laptop could, use software that ran retro games, and so I would play that. I would play visual novels, I would play Minecraft because all my friends were on Minecraft, and even though my content was terrible on it because I had so many frame drops and stuff like that, use what you have. Use what you have. And if you're streaming, like have little goals on your screen, like, hey, or if you can't have it on screen because you're streaming from console, for example, have it on a panel, like, like a little tip link for your PayPal or like a Streamlabs donation link or something, and like write it on there, like saving money for crowdfunding for a webcam, crowdfunding for a better PC or something. Because even like streaming, you don't need to have like an amazing PC. Like if you can have a PC that can run, like if it has like a 3.0 or a 3.1 USB thing, you can like, even if your computer can't run games that well, you can always just like use a capture card. If you start streaming from like a PS4 or something like that. I don't know if Xbox has a thing where you can stream directly to Twitch, but that's like a little bit of an upgrade. You can add a little webcam and you can capture it and you can have alerts. Like you can slowly grow like that. Anyway, I'm gonna take a small break. Hi, I'm here. I'm back. Well, I found a pastry readily available in my kitchen. So naturally, I ate it. Alrighty, there's a new move for me to learn here. Oh no, I don't like this. This looks all very dangerous to me. Hi Miles, how are you? Hope you're well. Welcome back, everybody. We are here. We are queer and we're ready to cheer. Not my face engraved in there. Thank you, Dex. Thank you, everybody, for the welcome backsies. Just waiting for work to wrap up so I can stream later. Ooh. Lovely. Oh, not this. Oh, my mind. I jinx myself so much when I say stuff like that. It's always like, it's always a jinx situation. Like, it's no exaggeration, y'all. It's all, there's no in between. There's always a jinx moment that happens when I say shit like this. Oh, what happens if I charge at this? Ooh. Oh. The door is open. Oh, I opened the door. Oh, it's open. Oh my god, it's open. Ooh, no, please. Oh my god. Okay. That only took me 10,000 years. Who are you, girlie? Hello, my friend. I am Ruby. Oh my god. It's Ruby. He's gonna give me treasure. It's me. It's me. It's a Ruby. Wait, maybe I'm gonna have to like become tiny or something and like go in here. Ruby, tell me. Oh, not me landing on his hat. Well. Oh, there's things here. It's me. I'm in a game. This is better than, is this better than the one time you were in Wonder Song as a grumpy old lady? Maybe so. Although that grumpy old lady radiated Project Ruby energy, to be honest. I can definitely be a lot like a grumpy old lady. That was definitely relatable. She was pretty iconic. I was screaming. When that happened, I was yelling. I was like, of course I'm in the fucking game and I'm like a grumpy old lady. Like, of course. You know what I mean? Out of all the characters to be named Ruby, I would get the one that's like a grumpy lady who doesn't want anything to do with anybody. And then I was like, okay, but she made some points. But she made some points there, you know? Can't really take away from that, can I? Ooh, not that. I'm kind of scared of this level because like there's like little parts here and there that have lava, and if there's anything like the overworld, I die immediately if I fall in the lava, so that's not cute. That's not a concept that I love. Ooh, not this. Oh, well, here I go. This is upsetting. Okay, what level is this? I forget, like, how... Okay, no, this is not... Let me rephrase my question. This is level what out of what? Is this level 5 or 6? I forget. I can't look at this moving sand texture. Oh no, not that. Not this. Ooh. Oh, what did I just do? Ooh, there's something up top here. I hate that the game, like, was counting already. The game was counting down, and I wasn't even done yet. Oh shit, wait, hold on. Oh no, wait. I'm not gonna get there in time. How the hell do I get up there? Oh, that was upsetting. Grunty's race you cannot beat until you find some faster feet. Oh, she's dropping hints, Your Honor. She's dropping hints. Hey, that was unfair. That was rude. My best note score for this world is 34. Oh my god. Okay, I'll probably learn how to use the running shoes. Surely that's the move I'm gonna learn. Y'all, this is too much. Is there anything of interest down here? Oh, I love that, like, the music is kind of, like, softer now that I've gone into the water. I love that. Okay, there's nothing interesting down here. Only eggs. Hi, girlie. Trunker wants rain. Gasp. I am shriveling up. How's your nuts, Bark Breath? You can't just ask that. Kazooie! Will eggs and feathers help? No. Ugh. I need water. Help. Aw. Kazooie is so fucking rude. Kazooie is like, do you want these nuts? I'm like, Kazooie. Sweetie. Kazooie is probably like one of my least favorite characters ever, to be honest. She's just so rude and like for no reason and so unnecessary. Like, I don't need this. I don't need you to have this kind of energy. You know, like this, we don't need that kind of vibe today. Do I want to like? Wait, how else can I? Okay, I don't think I can break this. Probably gonna have to open this somehow. Oh, there's like a magic carpet. Of course there is. Aladdin was probably super popular at this time. Ooh, that was, ooh. Oh, I can see now what you mean, Spin. This little sand animation, she's like zoom in. She's definitely giving me like motion sickness vibes. That was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, there's booties down there. That was a lot. Even I felt a little like, ooh. Wait, hold on. I gotta sing. Oh, it blinked. Ew! I thought it was like a statue and it blinked. That was so cursed. Oh, that was very cursed. Oh, that was so cursed. I hated it. That was terrible. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That was so terrible. Oh, okay. Let me just seductively go down here. Yes! I did it! I just want to collect as many of these music notes as possible so I don't have to like go back to like other levels. Which is something that I could totally do off stream, but I just don't have that kind of like energy to devote to that activity. Hello, my friend. I am Ruby. Can I be of some help? No? We're looking for treasure, pipe boy. Very good. I see some up there. It's yours if you can get it, yes? If you can get it, come and get it. Na 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 na. That was ugly. I gotta go. Oh, not this again. Oh! Well, that happened. Oh, these like sand textures are terrible. I'm like trying not to look at them, but they're rotted. They're so bad. Me looking through Netflix a couple days ago to watch a movie I haven't watched, or at least haven't watched in a while, for almost an hour, to not find anything. Really? Oh, not this! Oh, not that. Oh no, Dex. Is Netflix like really that bad in the US? When you're ready, come and get it. Nah, 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 nah. Oh, that's upsetting. What movie did you have anything in mind? We could like maybe watch something on Sunday for our movie night. By the way, I don't know if I ended up telling you, Dex, how I felt about Hercules. I hated it. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was really nice. Like, I didn't think it was as good as like people hyped it up to be. Like, people always talk about it as if it's like the best thing ever created. And I thought it was nice, but I didn't think it was like the best movie I've ever watched. Certainly not the best Disney movie that I've ever seen, but it was really nice. The muses were lovely. I really liked them. I think that was their name, the singing girlies. I really liked them. I hate this game. Have I told y'all this before? The only movies you saw you haven't watched already? You wanted to save Rugrats in Paris for us because it's been a while. Is that on Netflix? You just passed your best note score for this world. I thought he was gonna like teach me how to do something. Kablam. I hate that I hate when games do that. Like, the games pan over the camera and they don't let you move, and like half of the time that you're supposed to take to go down that thing, it's like taken away from you. It's so upsetting. Both Rugrats movies are on Netflix. I need to check out if they're in Portugal Netflix though. Are you gonna die or what? Oh, it's like one of these games. It's like a memory game, huh? Kazooie. Leave me alone. Oh, this is rotted. Oh, Banjo. I remember Banjo. He was like here. Oh, the feather. She was like here, right? No. Shit. The music, no. Oh, there she is. Stop attacking me. Literally so fucking rude. Don't be fucking rude. Stop. This is some fucking drama. Oh, there's Kazooie. Wait, hold on. Wasn't Kazooie? Yes, Kazooie is here. And here. Stop. Okay, this girlie is down here. Look at me having a good memory. What the fuck is going on here on this day? Oh, I haven't seen that yellow girlie. Oh, well, she's right here. ProjectRuby having a decent memory? What the hell is going on here? Oh, not me missing. The music note, is it here? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, I found it. Oh my god, I'm so close. Come on, girlie. I did it. Ding. Ah, my mind. That was very powerful. That was very powerful. I really did that. Ooh, that was a good snap. Did y'all hear that? Did the mic pick it up? Ooh, that was a snap and a half. My neck said snappin', snappin'. Ooh. Oh. Oh, what's this? Oh, not the cactus with a hole in the middle. Oh, hi, girlie. Ooh, sorry. Sorry for the fire truck. Sorry for the fire truck, Dex. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to like fly through that or something. That would make a lot of sense. Not a lot of things in this game make a lot of sense, but that would make a lot of sense. Oh, I really hate these platforms. Where am I? Oh, that's a hole. That's so upsetting. That was so upsetting. Let me look at my totals. I only got one. Okay. Dex was not amused. Dex was not amused. He's never amused. He definitely has a love-hate relationship with this stream and with our clownery. Katy Perry just popped into your brain? Why? Oh yeah, you want rain. Baby, you're a fire truck. Not this. Spin. The way in which I got betrayed. I think I'm getting like slight motion sickness from that actually. I think I'm getting motion sickness from these things. A little bit. Which is rather upsetting. You know what's a terrible thing about dying in this game is like each level is so open-ended. that you're like, what the fuck am I even supposed to do that I haven't done yet? You know what I mean? No! Oh, that was upsetting. Why did I do that? That moving sand is tough to look at. It is. It's kind of rotted. Kind of rotted if you ask me. Oh my god. I'm stuck. Summon all the hidden rings of the ancients. Beat the witch. Okay, that sounds easier said than done. Where the hell is the other girlie? Okay. Oh, I found it. Hey, don't go that way. Hey, mind your business. I'm doing well. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Just, you know, playing some Banjo-Kazooie. For the first time. The girlie is sleeping. Who is? Where is the other girlie? Oh my god. Trying to find him. Why are there ripples in the sand when nothing is hitting the sand? That's a great question. I think it's supposed to be like lava or something. I think the game is trying to show you that it's like lava and it's like a liquidy platform. I think that's what they're trying to accomplish. Oh, I found her. I found the girlie. Okay, there's another girlie. How many more girlies can one find? I don't know if it's supposed to be like quicksand or if it's just like supposed to represent lava. They did love that. They did. They used to live for a little quicksand moments. One person came up with a quicksand mechanic and all of them were like, you know what? This is technology. Only joking, mortal. We can only give you this. As long as it's like a puzzle piece. There you go. I'll be happy with a puzzle piece. Don't worry about it. That's all I care about anyway. Ooh, I almost missed that. When I was little, I always thought quicksand was going to be more of a thing in my life. That's funny. And lava. You're gonna have like a lot of precarious situations in your life where you have to avoid the floor because the floor is lava. It was a very dramatic situation. It was in every show and video game, right? That's very true. Not the video game industry tricking us into believing that quicksand was going to be a prominent part of our lives when it was not, in fact. Oh, this is going to be a terrible decision on my end. Maybe not, actually. Ooh, I did that. Look at me. I really did that. I don't know why an 8-year-old was terrifying of dying in quicksand or lava or black holes. But go off, child me. Listen, you wouldn't know any better. Look at you doing that. I really did all of that, huh? Ooh, no. Not this. That fucking hand. Oh, this level is a lot to deal with emotionally. These fucking dunes of sand are rotted. Legends of the Hidden Temple. I don't think that was a thing here. Oh, this is rotted. I hate it. The sand, I think she is like giving me like a little bit of like sickness. A little bit. Ugh. It's kind of a lot. Maybe I won't do a completionist kind of situation in this level. Okay, I only have 3 puzzle pieces though, so I'm probably gonna have to do a little bit more work in here before I quit immediately. Oh wait, I've done this one, right? This one is the one with the little matching game. Tomato stew. I always thought a tomato was going to get me despite not living in an area where that. Oh, tornado. Pfft, not me reading that as tomato. I was like, you thought tomatoes were gonna get you? I was very confused. Not tomatoes. Not that. I misread it. Tomato stew. Well, that happened in my life. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait. Oh. Tomatoes get me all the time. The heartburn, she'll get ya. Oh, yes, right? I love tomatoes, but the heartburn will get ya. Pizza is probably like the worst thing for you to eat if you get heartburn easily. Because it's like there's tomato sauce and there's cheese. Which is a lovely combo for a stomach destroyer situation. And yet it's my favorite food. I love pizza. I can't even rebuttal that, to be honest. We had McDonald's last night and I made a huge mistake, y'all. Oh, not this. Sorry, I just become a singer when I die in a video game. That's actually how I learned how to sing as a kid, you know? Like I died a lot playing video games. And I was like, oh wow, the vocals, they came through. No. I was gonna say something and I forgot entirely what I was saying. Yeah, the heartburn will 100% get you though. Oh yeah, I made a horrible mistake of downloading Uber Eats. And y'all, there's so many delicious foods and so many delicious places in my area now. Ooh. Well, that was rotted. Like, there's dessert places. There's like coffee shops. There's like obviously a lot of delicious restaurants. But I think Uber Eats wasn't like super popular, but obviously because of Miss Rona, everybody, like not everybody, but a lot more restaurants are adding their services on Uber Eats. So because on weekends, for example, restaurants have to close at like 1 p.m. Unless they do takeaway and stuff like that. So or delivery. So a lot of places are now on Uber Eats and all that shit. And I made a horrible mistake of like browsing around. Wait, hold on. Did I not do it? Doi, hello. How are you? Did that not do anything? Well, that was slightly cursed. That was like low-key cursed content, wasn't it? Ooh. How are you, Doi? Lovely to see you, as per usual. Work is consuming you today? Oh, not that. At least it's Friday. It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday, Friday. That's my new cover. Everybody go become a patron. Oh, I deserve that. I deserve that. That's gonna be my next cover. It's Friday, Friday. I hate it here. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying, party. Partying, partying. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, anyway. That's a thing that I just did. Y'all, this is too much. I am overwhelmed. Rebecca Black Friday. Spin. I punch your computer. It does nothing except now you have to get a new computer. It's, you know, a temporary solution to a long-term problem, right? You're like, oh my god, I can't work. I don't have a computer. Oh my god. Hey, that tickles. Oh? Well, that was a thing that I did. Ah, that cleared Jinxie's nose. Come on in. Well. Ooh, not that hand. This one is so slow in comparison to my personal computer. Aww. You passed your best note score for this level. So much going into noses in this game, right? It's a thing. This game has a thing for noses. Not the burp, but that was not me, y'all. The one time, it's not me. Okay, I have to be quick about this. Hiya! Ooh, that was close. They should have kept their noses closed, not their moof. I did it! I got another puzzle piece. Do I have a total of 4? That's definitely not enough to open up a new level. One thing that I appreciate about this game is that it does show little shadows whenever you're about to hit a platform. And a lot of games in this era don't. A lot of games you just jump and you hope for the best. But this one does that. So I'll give them props for it. Not this. Please. I just wanna live my best life without any kind of drama. Good thing I just got the puzzle piece. How many do I have total? Oh, not that. Not this. Show me the totals. No, not for the level. I want to see for the overworld. Are you saying Banjo is a crack boy? Well, they're very much into noses. I think I need 450 to unlock a new area. Doi, you said it, not us. You said it. We didn't say it. You said it. Yeah, this level is kind of annoying. This level is kind of annoying. To be honest, this game is very overwhelming to me. The areas are too open-ended, and it's very easy, and they also look similar, so it's very easy for me to get lost in here. And it's also very easy for me to get annoyed, because there's so much going on. Like, every time you die, you have to collect everything again. So the element of repetition is also super annoying to me. So there's that. I don't even know what I accomplished at this point. Like, I really hate that it takes away all of your accomplishments. At least for the, at least for the overworld, it doesn't. Like, it gives you the music notes and it gives you the puzzle pieces. So that's not bad, at least. But it sucks, like, having to do the record again and be like, okay, let's do everything all over again. This part is, like, rotted. This part is terrible. I'm just tired. I'm kind of tired of playing this. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I think I'm gonna cut the cameras.